studios where we have dinner this week. And this week we have the pleasure of the Apostle John. So as soon as I can find him, I'll have him come down here. John, Apostle John, are you here? Oh yes, yes. Oh, we I know you're not familiar with this. This is technology in your time, but yeah, it makes me talk about it. You know, we're going to fix stuff where you can talk about it. Now, if you're hungry and your stomach growls, don't laugh, okay? Please be seated. It's been a while since we've talked.
Yes, it has.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Awesome. No, there's so much that you can. Well, we'll try to get back on the interview here. I think about things getting better this so okay. I'd like to be called a favorite. I mean, you were referred to that.
I wouldn't say I was a favorite. I know that Jesus loved me. He taught me about the true love of God. It was a privilege to be in the inner circle with Peter, my brother James.
So you didn't, I mean, you don't consider yourself a favorite, but I know you were referred to that way. So let's move on. Tell us a little bit about what kind of work you did before you.
Oh, I was a family with my brother James and my dad.
So your dad's name was Zebedee, right? Is that correct?
That is,
So what did he think when the two of you guys went off and left him with the fishing operation?
he was kind of curious, concerned, so running off to do what he didn't have any idea what it was going to be. But in time, he got to where he was very.
So I guess he really wasn't worried about losing two sons from the business, I guess. Is that correct?
No, he had done pretty well. Saved money.
Great. And were you surprised as everyone else when Nicodemus, you didn't see the interview last week, but he was here talking, we talked about water and wine, and he was very descriptive about that it was very good wine. So you tell us, were you surprised about that?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I was amazed at the quality.
Well, there are a number of other things that you mentioned that other gospels don't talk about. One of those is the account of the woman at the well. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. I think you're right. Yeah. Jesus was pretty tired, so we left him at Joseph's house while we went into town. And when we returned, we saw Jesus talking to a woman, something that normally a man wouldn't do, especially a rabbi. But we got used to Jesus doing things that other rabbis wouldn't do.
So you saw more than one example of that, I'm
Yes,
sure.
yes.
Okay. I understand a number of people came from the town to see Jesus. Were you wondering what all talked about?
Yes. Later, Jesus did share the conversation. He used the water to teach the Samaritan woman And we, as his disciples, not living water. And of course, Jesus was the living water.
Well, and another question that I guess that enters my mind, and I guess it's really about the reference to Jesus as the Good Shepherd. What can you tell us about that?
Actually, it wasn't my theme, but it was what Jesus taught us about himself. Even though we had other occupations, we all were.
Okay, well, let me dig a little deeper in that. Did Jesus identify himself?
Yes, said, I am the good shepherd, I lay down my life for the sheep. And we can see that from him, that we would actually witness.
So you didn't actually experience that?
Yes, we did.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, let's talk about that just a minute. I heard on the street anyway that it might have been you that got here.
Yes, you might say I knew a guy that knew a guy.
So the reports also said it didn't go well. Is that true?
No, it was a complete set of, a free trial that dark night. Should never have happened to begin with. And they couldn't even get their false witnesses to it.
So you and Jesus both had bad situations there. Let's go a little more difficult question as it relates to the crucifixion. And I think that there's a lot of things there, but you were there, right?
Yes, it was the most anguishing thing I have ever experienced. Just his body mangled and shredded from the flogging. Couldn't imagine how horrible he looked. Every strike of a nail into his body just
That had to be terrible to see. Really, it was wow. Well, okay. Now, go forward with all of this towards the crucifixion. Were you surprised that Jesus asked you to take his mother in?
no, not really. I'd been with Jesus and his family for a little over 3 years. We became very close. I was amazed that Jesus was and had the ability to see to the care of his mother. Proud that he asked me.
That was great for you to step up as well. I noticed also in the gospel you wrote that included the words of Jesus on the cross. I thirst. It is finished. Tell us what you thought when you heard it.
At first, we didn't really understand. We just thought that everything was at the end of Jesus' life. We thought that everything Jesus was over. Later, we learned that it was just the beginning. The Father had a plan to save man by sending a Savior, and it was complete.
Okay, Deb, this is a little broader question. Tell us a little bit about
Mary Magdalene was pounding on the door first thing. She told us Jesus was gone from the tomb. Now, we knew the soldiers were in the tomb, so we didn't have any idea what was going on. So I decided to race down to the tomb and find out.
So I think, if I'm right, you were first.
I was first. Peter had a couple of years on me, so I was first. And no guards. I looked at the tomb, no Jesus. Something inside of me gave me hope, belief, but yet I didn't understand.
I understand your thinking of, having a few years on you. Reminds me of being in the wilderness. I guess if you were in the wilderness, you'd want him alongside in case that big grizzly bear came after you. You'd be able to outrun him.
That's correct. Yeah, you don't have to be just kind of
That's just faster.
very true.
So what did you come to understand?
Well, it did help a lot when I saw him alive. was able to touch him, and I can't tell you the joy that I experienced. Absolutely.
Oh, goodness. But did Pentecost help you with that understanding?
Night and day, the Spirit opened our hearts and minds to understand all that Jesus taught us. We came to completely understand God's plan of salvation, sending Jesus as the one who paid the price for sin.
Now, when we talk about your occupation, you're a fisherman, and you continue to be a fisherman, but it was one of the different schools.
Yes, Jesus told us we'd be fishers of men. And I would spend the rest of my years, the rest of my life actually, just that, being fisher of men.
Did you end up being punished for teaching?
Yes, I was banned from the island of Patmos. Jesus still wasn't done teaching me. I recorded it all in a book called Revelations. That's another story.
Understand. What a great story. Were there any last words of my
Yes, as a matter of fact, Jesus is the true shepherd, and is the source of the living water for you and
Certainly is. Certainly is. What a great story. And it's been a pleasure for you to be with us tonight. I know our listeners have really learned a lot about you and your commitment to Jesus. Fishers of men.
well, I appreciate the opportunity to share it with you.
Come back when you can. We know that as you leave, I want to untangle that new piece of the book that you have. So we can be careful not to trip. But again, God's blessings. Thank you again.
Thank you for having me.